It's not a mystery show, it's a confession. For 3 seasons, the writers have been telling us exactly how their universe works. We just didn't know the language. But today I'm going to prove that From operates on 7 unbreakable rules, and once you see them, you will realize we have been watching the villain's origin story this entire time. To understand From's rules, we need to start with the most important revelation hidden in season 1.
Chaos and faith. That is the duality of our existence.
Father Cathry didn't just give us a metaphor, he gave us the entire operating system. This is not philosophy, this is the fundamental law that governs everything from Bill. The entire universe operates on the clash between 2 opposing forces, chaos and fate. And that clash generates power. Think of it like a cosmic battery. Chaos is the negative terminal, the monsters, the shifting rules, the psychological pain. Fate is the positive terminal. Belief in order, hope for escape, love for each other. The energy flows from the tension between them. Every major event in From follows this pattern. The town gives them chaos, then fate, then chaos again. The cicadas drive them to near madness. Then they solve the nursery rhythm. The monsters seem invincible. Then Void kills one, Tabitha escapes, then gets pulled back in. But here's what makes this terrifying. The entity running this place is not just feeding on hope or despair, it's feeding on the struggle itself. The more intense the battle between fate and chaos, the more power it generates. Once you see this pattern, every major plot point becomes predictable. Rule 1. The universe maintains perfect balance between fate and chaos. Too much of either and the system fails. This was Boyd at peak fate. He had solved the music box, overcome his wife Ghost, united the community. But the system cannot allow that level of unbroken fate. So what happened next? Immediate, devastating chaos for the town and also for Kenny. The system corrected itself by destroying Boyd's sense of control. But watch what happens when chaos gets too strong. When the community was on the verge of total collapse, what appeared? The boy in white, Jade's visions, the discovery of the numbers in the trees. Just enough fate to keep the system running. The world, self-correct, is not trying to destroy them or save them, it's trying to maintain the perfect emotional storm and order. And every resident, whether they know it or not, has a role to play in this engine. Dale is a perfect example. This is what happens when you try to escape.
You guys can thank me later.
Rule 2. There's a strict hierarchy of power in Fromville, and understanding it explains every supernatural event we have witnessed. At the bottom, we have the regular residents. They're bound by the town's basic rules. Talisman for protection. Monsters come at night. They're the raw material, the fuel for the engine. Next level up, monsters. They can break some rules the human cannot. They can shapeshift, manipulate, survive normally fatal injuries, but they're still bound by the talisman and daylight. So the higher level, the boy in white, he can appear to select people. He knows the future, can manipulate the faraway trees, but notice his limitations. He can only give cryptic hints, never direct answers. He's operating under restrictions, but this is changing. At the top level for now,
knowledge comes with a cost.
He walks in daylight, kills with impunity, and knows everyone's names. He's either the system administrator or whoever built this place. Here's the key insight. Each level can bend certain rules, but is absolutely tied by others. The boy in white can see the future events, but cannot speak them. The monsters can theorize, but cannot cross talisman lines. Even the man in yellow seems to follow some cosmic protocol about when and how he intervenes. This hierarchy explains why help always comes in riddles. He's a program running within parameters. Rule 3. Fromville operates on a reincarnation system designed to maintain continuity across cycles. Their souls are not randomly selected. They're recruited based on their spiritual resume. Tabitha and Jade were not new rivals. They're Christopher and Miranda, back for another attempt at solving the same puzzle. But here's what's brilliant about this system. Each reincarnation brings fresh perspective while maintaining emotional investment. The visions are not hallucinations. As we know, their memory leaks. The world they're in allows just enough past life knowledge to keep them motivated, but not enough to break the game. Tabitha remembers how she died and who she is. Jade remembers the symbol's importance and now its meaning. This is where Victor is like so important because Victor is the wild card. He's the only person who has survived a full cycle reset. That makes him both incredibly valuable and incredibly dangerous to the system. He remembers what others don't, which is why the boy in white can work through him. The residents are players who have been restored from previous saves, carrying just enough progress to make the next step meaningful. And like any good game, the difficulty increases each time. Rule 4. The town geography is not random. Each location serves a specific function in the cosmic machine, and understanding the map reveals the system through purpose. The township represents order and structure. It's where Boyd builds his rules. Families is the fate terminal of the battery, a place designed to nurture hope and community. Colony House, as we know, manage chaos, is freedom, but freedom within limits. People can live more loosely, but they're still trapped. The forest is pure chaos. Normal rules don't apply. Time works differently. The faraway trees create impossible distance, and the monsters roam freely. It's where the system tests fate against raw, unfiltered horror. Then you have the specific locations, the lighthouse, a transfer point between realities or worlds, and the smaller cave where Boyd found the talisman, suggesting they were planted there deliberately. Each serves a specific function. Watch how characters behave differently in each zone. In the township, they're organized and hopeful. In Colony House, they're more emotional and chaotic. In the forest, they're terrified and desperate. The geographic locations literally programs their emotional states. Rule 5. The talisman are not magic artifacts, they're technology, and understanding how they work reveals the true nature of the monsters and the boy in white. Boyd, we can see, discovered the talisman by accident, but I feel he wasn't. He was led there during a moment of peak despair, when the system needed to provide hope to maintain balance. Here's what we miss. They were already there, already prepared, waiting for him. The talisman creates some kind of barrier that the monsters cannot cross. By doing so, hope is created. But notice what they didn't do. They did not hurt the monsters, didn't drive them away, don't even seem to cause them discomfort. They just stopped them. What as we see in season 1, they always find a way. That's not magic, that's in a way programming. The monsters are held by code that recognize the talisman signal and prevents them from entering, like a digital fence. I think the talisman are hope. Here's the revelation. The boy in white and the talisman are part of the same system. He's made of the same energy that powers the talisman, crystallized hope from the original child's sacrifice. That's why he can only appear to people with strong faith, why he gets stronger when the community generates more hope, and why now he's growing. He's not fighting the system, it's a feature of it, a relief designed to prevent total despair. The place they're in created him to ensure the fate/chaos balance never tilts too far towards chaos. Rule 6. Every supernatural ability in Fromville is powered by the original sacrifice, and the system is designed to eventually repeat it. The monsters are not demons or aliens. They're original townspeople who sacrificed their children for immortality. But immortality came with conditions. They became part of the same cosmic engine, forever imprisoned to generate chaos to balance the fate. It's a cycle of death and rebirth. When Boyd killed the smiling monster, it didn't die permanently. It was reborn through Fatima because the system requires continuity. But here's the disturbing question. Was Fatima's pregnancy always planned, or was it triggered by Boyd's kill? The timing suggests the world has a protocol. When one source of chaos is eliminated, it immediately creates another. The monsters are trapped as the residents. They're just on the other side of the equation. And the man in yellow timing was not random. He appeared exactly when Tabitha and Jade remembered their true identities, when the residents are the closest to understanding the system. His message was clear.
Knowledge comes with a cost.
And that cost is always sacrifice. The system is building towards something. Every cycle, every reincarnation, every moment of growth is preparing for a final choice. Sacrifice something, again, to break or maintain the system, or find a way to break it entirely. And that choice is coming soon. Rule 7. Music is not just a noise in Fromville. It's a command language that activates different part of the cosmic system. When Jay played the numbers from the bottle tree as a melody, the song summoned the ghost children. Because music is how you communicate with the spiritual layer of the system. Think about every crucial musical moment. The music box that drove people into comas, as well as the jukebox. This is not random random horror. It's like a code delivered through sounds, like for example Sarah hearing voices. That's a system using audio to communicate directly with select individuals. The question is, did the song that Jade played summon the man in yellow? But most importantly, who created this song? Because the Water Trees is this musical database storing different codes throughout the forest. Each set of numbers is a different melody, and each melody unlocks a different area of the mind. The residents think they're solving puzzles, but they're actually learning to operate a cosmic instrument, and every song they play makes them more useful to whatever build this place. So now you see it, From is not a prison or a purgatory, it's a cosmic power plant, and every resident is a component in an engine designed to generate the most intense emotional energy possible. Every time they choose to help each other, despite the horror, they generate fate energy. Every time they break down in despair, they generate chaos energy. Every time they love, lose hope and fear, they're feeding this place. The only way to win a rigged game is to stop playing, but the game is designed to make not playing feel like giving up on everyone you love. The question is, how do you choose between feeding the monster or protecting your family? This is why Jim died. The balance needed correction. The rules are simple. The game is rigged and the house always wins.